Howdy, y'all. Hope everybody's doing well, having a good Labor Day weekend. So, I've been doing some thinking recently, and I decided that since I've mellowed out in my older years and I am completely chilled out as compared to my old rant videos, I decided it would be cool to do a video where I relook at a lot of the cartoons and stuff I used to rant on and give a little reevaluation of it. Just to show everybody, hey, I've changed my mind on things and I'm a lot more open and optimistic when it comes to a lot of stuff. So, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's just dive right into it, and I'll do a little list. I have a little list right here of stuff I wanted to talk about again, so let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Well, let's get the big one out of the way, the one that kind of made me infamous with the ranting community, just made me infamous. Adventure Time and Regular Show. I'll admit, I was a little too harsh on these shows when I was growing up. I guess you could say I kind of had a traditionalist animation idea in mind where I wasn't a big fan of shows that the style of humor and the kind of stuff that this show went for. But as the years went on, they grew on me. I really did now you can say I'm a fan of them. I'm a big fan of Adventure Time's open world, sandbox style storytelling with all of its characters and everything, and I like Regular Show's random slacker sense of humor, and I love the surrealism of it all, and definitely becoming a fan, getting into Close Enough, J.G. Quintel's other show, R.I.P. That definitely helped me change my mind on Regular Show. But, so yeah, I do apologize for all the times I was hard on these shows. They really didn't deserve it. They are definitely one of the catalysts that kicked off a renaissance of animation on TV again. So for that, I think they have a significant place in the history of animation for that alone. But there's still some shows I don't mind watching every now and then, and being entertained by them. Keeping up with the Cartoon Network theme, I find it pretty funny. I was one of the first people that didn't like Steven Universe when it first came out. Then I eventually got into it, and then that's when everybody started not liking it. It's funny how that works sometimes. But anyway, I watched, it was a fateful time, in 2019, one of my close friends invited me to watch the Steven Universe movie with him, and I said, but I'm not a fan of Steven Universe, and he was like, well, just watch this movie with me anyway. I'm like, okay, I was bored that day anyway. So yeah, after I watched the movie, I started watching the show again from start to finish, and yeah, I watched the whole show all the way through, even Steven Universe Future, and yeah, I kind of feel bad I didn't get into it sooner. It was definitely a really, really uplifting series to watch. I love the characters, I love the story, and I love how it was able to tell its story and like write its dialogue, and it honestly didn't even feel like I was watching a kid's cartoon from time to time. It was felt like a really well-written adult show for adults that just happened to star lesbian rocks from outer space. So yeah, not too much to say about in regards to that, but I definitely became a fan of Steven Universe, and I can see what everybody really liked about it after a while. So there y'all go. Here's a big one I think a lot of people have been wanting me to hear. So, you guys might be a little bit surprised by this, but I actually became a fan of Family Guy a few years ago. Once again, I was watching the new Sunday night animation domination block, and I was waiting for a friend of mine to have a call with him after it was over, and he said, well, you could just watch Family Guy with me, just give it a chance again. I was like, alright. And that's all it took. I watched one episode, and yeah, I was back into it. It's almost like you're more willing to enjoy things if you just open up your mind and look for a good time instead of wanting to be mad at everything. It's funny how that works. So yeah, I've been watching the show regularly since 2019, and I even started rewatching a lot of the older episodes, and I plan to catch back up, and I plan to keep watching the older episodes until I catch back up to where I left off when I first started rewatching it again. So with Family Guy, I just love its gag-a-minute writing style, and its non-sequitur cutaway gags, and yeah, it's just a fun show to sit down and have a good hearty laugh at. Is it perfect? No, but then again, what is perfect anymore? So yeah, I've definitely mellowed out when it comes to Family Guy, and I've actually become a fan of it, and we'll go ahead and lump Ted in here as well. I actually rewatched that movie again recently with some friends, and I was laughing my butt off at it. So it's amazing. I just love having a good time, and I love laughing at things. I'm not gonna be a gatekeeper when it comes to comedy. Sure, there's some things I don't laugh at, but if something makes me laugh, I'm gonna laugh. I'm not gonna stop myself from laughing. That's unhealthy. And yeah, I feel bad for all the things I said about Seth MacFarlane in the past. He's really not a bad guy at all, and it was pretty wrong of me to judge his character just based on the cartoons he makes. He really didn't deserve that. And the crew of these shows don't deserve it either. So, thank you, crew of Family Guy, for continuing to make a show that makes a lot of people laugh, and that's what we need in the world nowadays, a lot of laughter. I'll keep this one a little short because I kind of addressed it before, but with the Looney Tunes show, I don't think it's the worst thing ever anymore. I don't have a grudge against it or anything anymore like that. I definitely had a lot of pent-up energy and frustration to get out when I was younger, but thankfully I have other means to do that nowadays. But anyway, yeah. The Looney Tunes show was just not my thing. I wasn't too big of a fan of the humor. Nothing against the crew. I think they did their best to make the show as best as they could. And hey, people seem to like the show, so God bless them for it, but it's just not my idea of Looney Tunes, and that's fine, you know, not everything has to be my idea of what it's supposed to be, and hey, I got the Looney Tunes cartoons on HBO Max now that feel more like the classic shorts, while still feeling like their own thing, so there you go, I got the new Looney Tunes I wanted, so I'm satisfied, so I no longer have a grudge against the Looney Tunes show. It came and went, people still talk about it, so must have done something right. I'll keep this one short too. So, one of the last big rants I did was on the movie Joker, and it's the kind of, the reason behind me not liking this one is kind of the same thing as Looney Tunes. I think it was just way too different from what I feel the Joker is, and it just kind of felt weird to me, like it was stuck in that weird little thing where it was trying to be a comic book movie yet trying to be an artsy movie at the same time, and I just think it came off as kind of a mess in my opinion, and it if I was doing the movie I probably would have done it a little differently, probably just not even be an origin story, just have him start off as Joker and just have him doing the Joker-y things, but what do I know? What do I know? I'm just a gay redneck stoner making cartoons and stuff. Anyway, and with the sequel coming out, I'm definitely curious to see how that plays out, with it being a musical and Lady Gaga's gonna be playing Harley Quinn, so you'll never know. I guess we'll wait and see, but as for Joker itself, it's alright. I don't think it's that good, but I don't think it's horrible either. It's just not a movie I watched a whole lot of, and probably won't watch a whole lot of again in the future. It came and went. People really liked it. More power to them for it, but just wasn't my thing. Keeping up with the movie theme, I did have a lot of... it seems like I did kind of have a bitter grudge against Christopher Nolan and his movies. Once again, it's just more or less a thing of his movies really not being my thing. They're just a little too wordy for my liking, and they require a lot of attention, and they give away a lot of stuff in the dialogue, and I just don't feel like there's many characters for me to attach. I'm a character person. For me to enjoy something, I have to really, really fall in love with a character, because that's how I get interested in the story. If I like a character, I want to see where the character's story goes. And Nolan has a certain style where he likes to write a lot. He has a lot of interesting and cool ideas for his movies, but his characters just, I just can't get into him that way. And he does have his signature styles as a director that I don't particularly care for either. Not a fan of his, not a fan of the lack of colors, how his movies feel a little too real, but that's how he likes to do things, and who am I to judge him for that? That's the beauty of art and filmmaking, you know? Everybody has their own way of doing things, and it's like, who am I to bark orders at them and tell them how to do it? Do I have to like it? No, of course not. But I'm not gonna let it bother me if they exist. After all, he does have a big fan base of people who flock to his movies, so there's something there that people love about him, and I'm happy his movies make him happy, but they're just not my thing, and that's alright. I'm curious to see how Oppenheimer turns out, though. Here's a big one that I'm surprised I didn't talk too much about, but I did dedicate a little section in one of my classic cartoons I hate video about it. I hate using that word nowadays, hate. I would never say that anymore, but anyway. Pokemon. This is probably going to be strange to hear, but I was actually one of the biggest Pokemon fans when I was growing up. There was a time I was actually probably as into Pokemon as I was into Godzilla movies. That's just how much it meant to me as a child. I had Pokemon plushies, I had Pokemon books, Pokemon bed sheets, I had a bunch of Pokemon board games. I played the games a lot. I watched the show all the time. I had the VHS tapes growing up. I was a Pokemon fanatic, and I followed it. Well, I stuck with it well until, I think I dropped off around the time Kids WB stopped airing new episodes and they moved to Cartoon Network. I think that's when I stopped dropping off from Pokemon. But yeah, from 1998 until all the way until 2004, I was watching Pokemon regularly. So I don't get why I was so mean and bitter towards it. I guess I was just in a bad mood one day when I was trying to rewatch it and get back into it, and it didn't grab me, and I guess I was looking for a fight. I don't know, but yeah, I just I was playing Pokemon Puzzle League on my Switch recently, and I remembered it brought back a lot of memories of how big I was into Pokemon, to the point that even my mom enjoyed watching it with me as a kid. So yeah, I love Pokemon. Granted, I'm not gonna watch 1,000 episodes of the series anytime soon, but you know, once in a while, it's a fun thing to go back to for a little childhood nostalgia trip. Speaking of childhood nostalgia trips, again, I was really into Scooby-Doo as a kid. And I guess as an adult, I went on a crusade against cartoons I felt sucked because, how dare they repeat the same formula over again. It's Scooby-Doo. It's a bunch of young adults solving mysteries with a talking dog and guys dressed up in monster costumes. It's fun. It's all in good fun. There was no reason for me to be so bitter and angry about it. You know, it's Scooby-Doo, for crying out loud. But yeah, again, I've recently watched some Scooby-Doo stuff recently with friends, and I had a really good time. It's amazing how much fun you can have with things when you're around the right people. So yeah, once again, I'm not gonna watch every Scooby-Doo thing related out there. I barely have enough time to watch the stuff I want to watch, but you know, If a bunch of friends want to watch Scooby-Doo episodes or even a few movies with me, hell yeah, I'd be down for that. And last but not least, I think we'll address a big one here. Adam Sandler. I have a somewhat strange feeling that I might have gotten a lot of these bitter opinions I had in my rant videos from people I was looking up. I probably just heard some critic or a bunch of pop culture attitudes towards a lot of the things that I ranted on, and I felt, oh, well, if they hate it, I guess I have to hate it too. I was trying to figure a lot of things out as a kid. I really didn't. The concept of thinking for myself just did not apply to me, just did not register with me as a kid. But anyway, so yeah, I really like Adam Sandler movies. Yeah, sometimes I'm in the mood to just have a little laugh, I'm not gonna pretend every one of his movies are entertaining and make me laugh, but he's got a handful of ones I really like, and even some of the ones that people consider the worst ever. Little Nicky, that one's my favorite of his. I don't get why everyone hates that one. But so yeah, I guess you can chalk up a lot of this to just me learning to take a chill pill and learn that cartoons and movies or whatever I don't like existing is not the end of the world. And, if I give things a proper chance, I just might like them. So, yeah, I hope y'all like this little look back I had at stuff I used to rant on. And if I ever given you attitude for, because you feel like I was being unfair to any of these things, I do apologize. But, no, I'm a better person now, and I hope to never go back to that way again. I really have opened my mind to a lot of things, and I don't mind giving things a chance nowadays. And I try to give everything, I try to go into everything expecting to like it, because liking things is more fun than not liking things. And the people who make these shows, they're not trying to hurt anybody, they're just trying to entertain people, and, that's something to be admired, and it's definitely not something to be angry about. So, that's all I have for right now, guys. If there's anything that you feel like I didn't address that I could have, feel free to leave in the comments below, and I'll reply to you if I get a chance. But until then, hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all for next time. Take care, stay loony, my toonies, love y'all.